CNN News 18 has now accessed shocking details from the investigations of the Pune ISIS case, and top sources are telling News 18 that Pune case is a mix of Simi, Indian Mujahideen, even ISIS. This is a deadly mix of terror outfit of past Indian Mujahideen and Simi joining the ISIS cadres. Agencies have been able to find out all geographical mix in this case. Now remember, there are direct links emerging between Hazaribagh, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, even as well, and cases in the past, and it all goes back to Saqib Nachan. And Shahnawaz in the meantime is also the most important lead in this whole terror game plan so far, because according to security agencies, all old terror outfits which were almost dead in terms of activities are now revived. For more details, let's quickly go back to Pathikrit. Pathikrit, I come back to the point that I was making earlier, the recycling of radicals.
Yes, we have to understand one thing. In this country, unfortunately, till date, radicalizing somebody is still not a crime. It's still not a punishable offense. So till the time radicalization happens, continues or indoctrination continues in the name of religious preaching, you would always have a fertile ground of radicalized minds, some of whom would be willing to take the leap of faith to become hardcore, full-blown terrorists. And that is where the problem is. Second, I think, even though NIA is still, today there are around 18 branches of NIA are there, and invariably what the Home Minister has stated, by 2024, every state would have an NIA branch. But I still think the capacity building of the NIA offices, branches still requires a considerable enhancement. We also require something like a national border policy. The open border with Nepal or the porous border with Bangladesh does not help our internal security cause. So we need a comprehensive internal security doctrine.
Right.
And again, I reiterate, a lot of good effort has been made by the central government, by the security agencies to improve the situation, but it is a continuous battle. There is no scope for any kind of complacency. That's why you need to keep on looking for areas where we still lack, which is the border security in terms of border fencing, which we lack with Nepal, or the porosity of the border with Bangladesh. And of course, there are many other aspects, including you need to have a law which will make radicalizing or indoctrinating anybody with extreme violent ideology a punishable crime. That is now not there in this country. Till the time a fertile ground is created through indoctrination, you would always have a ready-made source of people.
Pathikrit, since you are talking about better capacity building, what is your view on how greater synergy should be built, whether it is the ATS, whether it is NIA, or even the IB?
Well, let me tell you, first of all, NIA today has 18 branches. A commendable amount of work has been done by Government of India, but the total strength of NIA is something around 1100 to 1200 at most. I would love to see a day when NIA would have 5 to 6,000 personnel, because 1,200 people taking care of a country of 140 crore people is not good enough. There's a lot of pressure on NIA in terms of work. They're extremely good, but capacity building is very much required. So if you take the benchmark, CBI has around 66 to 7,000 officers. I think NIA should at least have that much. Secondly, I think over a period of time, we need to look at the FBI model in terms of why I'm saying this. NCB and NIA should be merged at one single entity. The ATS, relatively, many of the states do have ATS that doing good work. But again, not all states have an anti-terror squad. Not all states are so much focused in terms of countering terrorism. That's where vote bank imperatives come in. And we need something, Akanksha, I want to tell you, we need a homeland security kind of template that United States came up with after 9/11.
Right.
Remember, after 9/11, a lot of terror attempts were made in America, but it could not be, they were all thwarted because of the Homeland Security Act. That Homeland Security Act, we need an Internal Security Act, which should be far more stringent than what it is today. Unfortunately, in the name of human rights, in the name of liberalism, a lot of times the security agencies get hamstruck in spite of their best of intentions, in spite of their abilities. Sometimes they're not being able to take any action, even when they know the person right there might be a potential terrorist, but nothing can be done till the time he does it. So on many occasions, people who were put in preventive detention, they were released, and eventually they did an act of crime, an act of terror. That is where the problem is. internet surveillance, a considerable amount of enhancement has been happening, because today through the internet you can, through simple
All right.
elements, you can make a bomb. So it's
All
a
right.
very,
Many
very
thanks to you, Pathikrit, for bringing in all those inputs and sharing your precious perspective with us. And with that, we have some more breaking inputs coming in, this time on the Kaveri water dispute.